Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Look, smash that like button, man. Let's get this video to like 20,000 likes. You already know, the straight up banger. But look, man, hopefully y'all been having an amazing day. Just know, man, we spreading positive vibes all around the planet right now, picking a bunch of people up to the facts of strangeness that's going on that we're gonna continue to step on. But look, y'all already know, man, I ain't gonna waste too much time in this intro, man. Just hopefully y'all been having an amazing time. Just know, you've been going through a tough time. We're going through this thing called life together. You're never in it by yourself. I'm not trying to get you to believe anything. I'm just trying to open up your mind to the possibilities of life. If you like this type of content, go ahead, join the family, man. We're on our way to 1 million. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it.
9/11, Hurricane Katrina and Sandy, H1N1 swine flu, the DC sniper, anthrax, monkeypox, bird flu, mad cow disease, the 2008 financial crisis, over 1,000 school shootings the year 2000, the January 6th attack, Spanish flu, Ebola, groceries unaffordable, rent and housing unaffordable, health insurance unaffordable, summers are getting hotter, winters are getting colder, aliens have been confirmed to be real, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Russian and Ukraine war, SARS, Zika virus, Malaysian Airlines flights that disappeared, the Maui wildfires that were never explained, the opioid epidemic, Flint water crisis, COVID-19, the world is being run by evil billionaires and politicians, and now World War III.
I think we forgot a few too, like that groceries are at an all-time high. You would think we can't buy as much food as we used to, but we have a problem with obesity. Let's make that make sense. The food is absolutely processed and terrible at this point. Like, let me know if we forgot a couple in the comments down below. I'll keep going.
They said I was a freeloader because I would not sign the billion-year contract to work for them and their organization.
The billionaire contract?
Billion-year contract.
Billion years?
A billion years. That would
Sound like you're selling your soul for eternity, huh? Well, at least 1 billion years is crazy.
was their contract that they presented to the members that are in their organization. And they wanted me to sign it. And I was like, absolutely not.
But what does that entail?
You're there for life. That's what it entails. You don't leave. They believe in reincarnation. So when you die, or they call it dropping your body, when you drop this body, you come back and you keep fulfilling your obligation to them for 1 billion years.
I be telling y'all that all the time.
Which is absurd. And I understood that at 13. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I want to do it. So they said, either you sign this or you get out. And so I've been on my own since I was 13.
Your mother let you leave?
Walk right out the door, down the steps, down the sidewalk, and didn't say a word.
Wait, hold on, I'm getting emotional right now.
Yeah.
You're a 13-year-old girl, not even a woman. You're a 13-year-old girl, and you leave the Scientology building.
Yeah, but I had a little backpack that had my clothes in it. That's all I had.
Now, before we get into what you did after that, do you remember some of the practices that they had you do during your time there?
Yes, I do. The crazy thing is, the overall goal of their organization is pretty positive. They want to clear the world of negativity. That's the overall goal, to clear the planet, not the world, the planet. In order to clear the planet, that means every individual on planet Earth would have to be a Scientologist or a Sea Org member. Two different things. A Scientologist is when you just go and take the courses. There are a lot of celebrities that are Scientologists. Tom Cruise is a Scientologist. Dougie Fresh, Scientologist. Didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that.
There's a lot of celebrities that are Scientologists. However, when you join the Sea Org is when you sign the billion-year contract to work for them forever. And that's a whole different ballgame. So, yeah.
Did any mishaps happen to you? Because, people do consider it to be a cult.
Yes.
And sometimes in a cult, a lot of unfortunate deviances happens to you, especially young girls. Did you experience any of those?
No.
Thank
you,
okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
No, I did not experience anything like that.
Oh, well, I got a bone to pick with you.
Why?
You changed.
How I changed?
Your energy has changed. Like the last time I did your punk ass podcast, it was in Atlanta and you had a different energy. Now you in Hollywood and you have a very, very Hollywood energy.
Keep the hot dog suit. That type of shit was in the files. Like during this, like he's socially so unconscious, and this is probably a trigger for Donnell. He's wearing a hot dog suit, and we all know about the Epstein file. But is he trying to communicate to us about something? Like he should be consciously aware of this shit. You do social media.
It is borderlining homosexual energy.
Oh,
That's a perfect homosexual response.
boy, to say all.
That and some of the, first off, the only reason that I'm here now is because nobody else wanted to show up for you. I know I wasn't in the top 5. You called everybody. You was getting voicemail. And then you said, what old nigga do I know that would probably want to be relevant, hang out with the YNs? It would be me, and that's why you called me. I'm going to block you because you do, and not that I have a problem with your community. I don't have a problem with the letters. L, B,
What,
C,
black
D.
people? Oh.
No, all of them.
He's talking about the hot dog suit, bro.
Do you think vampires hide in caves? Wrong. They have a CNPJ, registered headquarters, and pay taxes. There are real organizations like the Temple of the Vampire that operate legally in the United States and Europe. For them, vampirism is not a legend. It is a religion. Their belief is simple and brutal. Humanity is divided into 2 species, the predators and the cat. They believe they have the divine natural right to drain your energy, your blood, and your life to become immortal. In the highest circles, there is the so-called red ceremony. They do not drink wine. They drink the harvest of life. For them, human blood contains the essence of the soul. By drinking it, they believe they are stealing the remaining lifespan of that victim. And the sickest part is they demand purity. They do not want blood from adults contaminated by the world. They seek the primary source. That is why so many people disappear without a trace. They did not run away. They were served at the banquet. They wiped their mouths with silk napkins and returned to command banks and governments the next day. This is happening now as you watch this video.
Did you guys see this clip of Putin talking with 2 guys about something that I can't believe? I mean, this is what we talk about. This is what we know is going on here. I can't believe he's saying this onto the television. And over here, this is considered like a theory, okay? So check this out.
Понимаете, я уже общался и с одним президентом США, и с другим, и с третьим. Президенты приходят и уходят, а политика не меняется. Знаете почему? Потому что очень сильна власть бюрократии. Вот человека избрали, он приходит с одними идеями, к нему приходят люди с кейсами, хорошо одетые и в темных, как у меня, костюмах, но только не с красным галстуком, а с черным или с темно-синим. И начинают объяснять, как нужно делать. И все сразу меняется, понимаете? Это происходит от одной администрации к другой. Вот что-то изменить – это достаточно сложное дело. Это, я говорю без всякой иронии. Это не потому, что кому-то не хочется, а потому что это сложно. Вот Обама, он же продвинутый человек, очень человек либеральных взглядов. Правда? Демократ. Он же перед выборами своими обещал закрыть...
So was he saying the quiet part out loud or what? Because Google's AI even says Russian President Vladimir Putin has frequently argued that US leaders, regardless of who is in office, are constrained or driven by an entrenched elite, special interests, and a permanent bureaucracy rather than acting freely. No kidding. But I think this is happening all over the world. I did also kind of think Russia must be controlled fully as well because they also did the lockdown. They also did these policies that are a bit unfortunate, but they also have banned GMOs. They're also promoting families and having people have kids, and there's like tax benefits and everything. So I'm a little bit confuzzled about this. I mean, literally over here, if you say there's a hidden hand controlling everything, like that is a complete theory. You have the president of Russia over in Russia saying this. Didn't he call some of the leaders over here vampires too? I hope that was not literal. Just so you know, the darkness that's being exposed right now can feel like you feel flustered and not feeling too good. You have to stay positive because the best possible future in the entire universe ever is around the corner. 100%. I'm not even being optimistic. Don't willy-nilly me. I'm telling you right now, the best days are ahead 1,000%. And you need to be positive about it and don't be sitting here depressed about all this freaky stuff that's going on.
That's a lot. You know, think about it. Remember the KGB agent? We did this video like a few years ago, and he was speaking about Putin's meeting with, you know, the extraterrestrials that they were in combat with, and they were showing them how to. They was telling them, like, if you stay out of our way, then we will show you how to survive what's coming next in the future. The KGB agent was particularly speaking about the United States and who was compromised, and they said that we were compromised for sure. And then he was unalived. Get back to it.
It looks like the start of World War III. Would you like to know who's actually running the show, who's actually pulling the strings? Come on, let me show you. So that you can understand what's actually going on in this world. It starts with a fourth dimensional vampiric energy for outside this realm that is communicating with the black nobility. The black nobility, these are the 10 families that sit on the Jesuit Council. The Jesuit Council is headed by Pepe Orsini, and the White Pope and the Black Pope. The three-city state. City of London controls us financially. Vatican City controls us religiously. District of Columbia controls us militarily. These are the 13 front families for the black nobility, the ones we've heard of, the Rothschilds, the Kennedys, the Merovingians, the Onassis. Next come the secret societies, any secret societies that you can think of. After that is a consolidation of the financial assets, BlackRock, China Construction Bank, and Vanguard. After all of this come the heads of state. These people do nothing without being told what to do. This is just a show for the sheeple. Next come the programmers of this world, mainstream news, Hollywood, and the music industry. Finally, the distractions, drugs and alcohol, major league sports, and porn.
So all ancient civilizations, they had locations specifically for child sacrifice to these people portraying to be gods. So so this means that those same people that was back then claiming to be gods, why is Clinton, Hillary asking for the burial site of Gilgamesh? This is supposed to be false. It's supposed to be fake. This is supposed to be fake. So what is Gilgamesh? A fallen angel makes you what? A demon.
Or a devil.
Or a devil. I'm starting to think that some of these people, when you see the CIA declassifying that they did bloodline traces, and they monitored certain bloodlines for hybridization, from hybridization of what? Some of them are still alive from the old world.
And you can't, one thing about the reptilians, because they change their names every so many years.
They reinvent themselves.
So you never hear about these rich motherfuckers who run everything, which is the reptilians. You never hear about them going on PBS and say, I want to trace back my lineage. You never hear that shit. Only poor motherfuckers that just don't, you know, whatever their reasons is. But
this morning I posted a video talking about the incident at Buckingham Palace where the girl had the thermal goggles on, and she showed the guards and how they had no heat signature. Look at this man. Now that video for the most part has been scrubbed off the internet, but I found it.
Proof that we are sharing this planet with a non-human race. This isn't clickbait. I'm going to show you how you can see them as well. As I'm walking down, I'm filming, everything's showing normal. I filmed the guards outside of the palace. Exactly the same thing. No heat whatsoever. You can see right behind them,
walk among us,
there is heat coming from the buildings. It's showing orange. But even when they're walking,
I know this shit real.
How do you explain that?
I've seen it. If you hunt pedophiles, you're going to find a lizard man. If you want to see reptilian technology, we can show it to you. The Sphere Network is...
He said when you hunt reptilians, you're going to find a lizard. That just give me chills, because I remember I told y'all when I was in Jordan, situation I had in Jordan, when they kept taking us to place, and a girl told me that one of the girls that they pimp out pretty much at the clubs, they have him trapped there. They told me that he's not like us. pretty much she's not human. He's not one of us at all. And she's terrified. She don't know when her expiration date is. So if she can't meet a certain quota, then it's pretty much gonna be a wrap for her. Crazy. See these heat signatures. We're gonna keep going. This is crazy.
A global defense system that's been installed here since before the pyramids. And on the last episode, we saw a video of a shining light that the guy said only 100 yards up. This is what they look like in the daytime. When you're using antimatter reactors as your propulsion system, at nighttime it's going to reflect because you're changing the atmosphere around the object. So that's what this is right here. Is it?
That's the 3 dots you were talking about?
The same 3-dot formation is on petroglyphs from 4,000 years ago.
Bang, bingo.
This is reptilian technology.
I fell. I was walking down the stairs. I hit my head on the banister. Jay Leno's on video. His whole left eye, his whole left side of his face is black and blue. And he has fallen down a hill, he claims. What's going on is something called soul scalping. And this is where a draconian, virile, powered parasite, a reptilian, comes in through the left eye and within 2 weeks kills the soul of the person it's inhabited, but takes over their memories and their consciousness. And it appears as though these people are not going through an initiation. They're not being punished for anything, but they're notables and people of influence. Now, we don't know this, but I'm surmising why these individuals would have the black eye, why they would have the reptilian consciousness. And that's because they're people of influence. And that would be of interest to the race who really is our masters. Now, we think we're top of the food chain. We eat cows, we eat fish. Fish and cows eat other things, etc., etc. There's a pyramid of who's on top of what food chain. Well, what if we're not on top of the food chain? The thing about the Black Eye Club and this reptilian incursion through the eye, and I'll go into a little more detail of that in a moment, is that we're told by whistleblowers and we're told by certain text that to maintain the life force that they have just assumed, they need to have high stem cell blood and in large quantities, the kind of blood that would come from a baby. And if they can't have a baby's blood, then it's going to be adrenochrome. And only if this were true, then it would go a long way to explaining the child trafficking, the deep underground military bases where there's baby factories and the babies are sacrificed and the blood is used and adrenochrome is created. What if our masters require this? And what if our masters were all the people that we respect and admire and vote for, but they're really no longer themselves? Now, let me take you a little bit further into how this works.
That's crazy. Just put it in perspective. I did boxing a long time, and I got good defense, but I've never had a black eye. Never had a black eye. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever had a black eye. Most people have never had a black eye. It means your defense ain't that good, goddamn. Your head movement is trash. You're getting black eyes like that. But let me know if you had a black eye. That shit, and why is it so common for a certain group of people? Come on, let me know in the comments down below. Let's just put it in perspective. And then everybody's falling down and hurting their eye. Okay. All right, you fell down and hit your eye. So you didn't catch yourself, none of that shit. Okay.
Because we can't buy one of theirs. Open up the market. Very, very well.
Yes, we have capitalism and we embrace it. We have
I remember that my man just hissed at him. It's diabolical. Like, that's not weird, is it?
Death is irreversible.
As you can see, as you can see here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into West London.
That was live.
William, the time has come. The ritual must be performed.
Mother, this is madness.
William, what's happening to me? I feel so strange.
Everything will be all right, darling. Just rest.
Urushda, Urushda, let the vessel be prepared. It is done. The crown shall never fall.
No!
At last, I have returned.
No, this cannot be. We must fix these errors before it's released.
The public is already suspicious. This needs to be perfect.
It is the Queen.
The crown endures through any vessel.
My God, what have they done to you? What have you done?
The legendary city of Agartha, at the center of the earth. And at the center of that, the Vrilya. Unfortunately, the place is crawling with Vril. And I'm not hugely fond of shape-shifting reptilian humanoids. This should be interesting.
Well, it certainly has been an interesting last few millennium. With this whole infiltrate the upper echelon of human society and manipulate them into destroying each other.
When we talk about Elon, Elon is a very Anunnaki name. The Anunnaki are from Nibiru, which is also known as Planet X. With Elon, what did he name his children? AEX12 or something like that. It was like XAE12. And 12, anytime you see 12, is also an Anunnaki number. Nibiru is the 12th planet. Okay, so when you start getting into all these things, they're very symbolic. Going back to Elon, what does he have? He turned Twitter into X. He has the SpaceX. Like, there's all these really symbolic things when you start to get into like who they are in this life, who they're masking to be. You'll start to see all these symbolisms.
They built a great city, which was the throne of Satan, the Eye of Ra, a physical city that he would ascend into the heavens with and live as Mount Olympus, we call it in other mythology, physically live in the sky in a cloaked city. That's his city in the sky that you'll see referenced all over, like the Death Star that's going to come back when the Father casts him down to the earth. Woe to you, inhabitants of the earth, because the God of this age has come down. The dragon's come down and he has great wrath. He's only got 42 months. But his shot caller on the earth is going to be the beast who rises. That's Apollo. It's not some Nikolai Carpathia and Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins Left Behind series brainwashed America and the world to think that it's some dude who's going to just show up one day and be real politically active. Not that guy. It's named in the Bible explicitly for a reason. It's not like a questionable thing. Death follows him. That's Anubis. That's the jackal-headed god. That's the false prophet. It's plainly said in the scriptures. They are going to come and physically inhabit actual thrones on the earth. The dragon, the devil, Azazel, is going to give his power, his reign, over to Apollo. They won't go by these names, right? They're going to call them celestial hosts, these gods, these aliens that have come, the guys who gave us life. Thank you, Prometheus. Those guys. That'll be much more the narrative that's conducive for their agenda. But these X-Men, like, they are literally children, bloodline inheritance children from Nimrod, the tower. Others come from other gods, other immortals that taught the secrets of heaven. it's not always that they had sex with women to inseminate their seed. Sometimes they took their blood, they feed on humans, they get blood in their bodies, and when they run out, it physically runs out of their body, they need to recharge. They can give that blood to people to make them their children in a different way that circumvents the curse. They're lawyers and they're looking for loopholes. And if they let you drink their blood and not inseminate you, they've got a way out from the judgment. And so that's one of the ways they do it. The other way is they teach mankind how to use specific plant hormones like auxins and cytokines to augment growth. This is where a lot of the giants post-flood came from, is genetic manipulation through the use of plants.
Think about that too. That's the same thing that since the beginning of the video that vampires do as well. Look in the Epstein files. This stuff is not foreign, it's not crazy. It's not a distraction. It's the soft disclosure and the things to come. A lot of people love to be like, oh, you know, I hate seeing it. Oh, they got y'all in these files. No, they're doing stuff to kids. We stepping for the kids too as well. What y'all mean? And it's just, I mean, it's just crazy where certain people's mindsets are at. But that's what vampires do. You've seen it in the movies where before they would turn somebody, they would make them drink their blood. And then they would, you know, unalive them. They'll come up and then they'll feed. And then they will be in that genetic line because everything about them has changed fundamentally. And especially the way that they feed in order to live here on this planet.
Why does the Vatican have a giant 4-meter pine cone in the center of its main courtyard? This is not decoration. The piney cone is the ancient symbol of the pineal gland. The Egyptians called it the Eye of Horus, and Jacob in the Bible said he saw God face to face in a place called Pineal. It is a piezoelectric crystal in the center of your brain. When it vibrates, you access the spiritual world. It's God's Wi-Fi. The Vatican knows this. That's why the Pope carries a staff with a pine cone at the tip. They know the biological technology to speak with the divine. But for you, they gave fluorides water and toothpaste. Fluoride does not protect your teeth. It calcifies the pineal, transforming your crystal antenna into a dead calcium puddle. A people with an open pineal speak directly with God. They don't need intermediaries. They didn't close your antenna for health. They closed it so you would need them to pay the toll to heaven. The antenna is yours, always has been. You just need to clean the cement they put on it. I explain how in the documentary Forbidden Frequency.
Hey, yo, did y'all see this? It states that President Donald Trump had a secret meeting with the Alien Council of Extraterrestrial Biological Entities in the White House. Now, we know that the presidents of this country have been meeting with these extraterrestrials since Eisenhower. So this isn't a secret, and maybe even before Eisenhower, they've been meeting with them. I believe personally, since we're in the age of Aquarius, soon we're going to receive full disclosure. Even stories of ex-President Barack Obama being involved in the Jumper program, and the Jumper program consisted of technology in which they utilized to jump to other worlds via teleportation, and they would go to what we know as Mars, all right? And they stated that Mars is inhabitable. A lot of the planets that they state we can't inhabit, our worlds we can inhabit. Now there's some that would argue, oh, they're not planets, they're actually worlds beyond the ice wall. I'm not here to debate semantics, but what's important to know is that the presidents of this country actually know a lot more than what they reveal to the populace. In fact, a lot of the presidents aren't even human, to be 100% honest. They utilize bioholographic projection technology to bend light photons to hide their true appearance. Some of them were Greys, some of them were Reptilian, some of them were Venusian, all right? It's important to know that the truth is stranger than fiction. This is why there's extraterrestrial symbolism on the U.S. seal when you heighten the contrast on the dollar. You can see a being from the Zeta Reticuli star constellation.
And what's in the middle of their forehead? Come on now, let me know in the comments down below if you know what that is. Come on now, what it look like?
It's just because secretly these beings been amongst us the whole time, hiding in plain sight. They're actually the ones that run a government and control the media. I personally feel like the Epstein files that were recently released is just another distraction to keep us from seeing something bigger. They know that these energies are intensifying on the planet. We recently had 6 X-class solar flares, and because of the electromagnetic plasma ionization, we are transforming at a rapid rate. A lot of you are experiencing ascension symptoms that you probably can't explain. Just this rising, I had multiple astral projection experiences where I'm flying in and out of my body. Important to know that the new Earth isn't a new planet, cosmic family. It's actually the same world, just seen through awakened eyes. Once we fully wake up and begin to decalcify and activate the pineal gland, at that point we have more access to the electromagnetic spectrum and we can see things that these two eyes can't see. I recommend utilization of Ayurvedic herbs like Bacopa minori, which the shamans and yogis use to amplify heightened transcendental states of consciousness. It's also called Brahmi, which is named after the Hindu deity of creation Brahma, which is associated with universal consciousness. You have the Bacopa traditional herb capsules available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. I recommend utilizing herbs like Blue Lotus, aka Nymphia cerulea. This was used in ancient Kemet for accessing the ancestral plane, and it contains a psychoactive alkaloid called apomorphine, which helps you create activity in the prefrontal cortex of the brain, accomplishing a theta frequency. These are herbs that allow you to transcend faster from 3rd density to 5th density by way of activating the piezoelectric microcrystals called magnetites, dendrites, and calcites. These are piezoelectric microcrystals that are pretty much cosmic antennas, the higher dimensional realms and realities that are typically attacked with chemtrails, fluoridated water in our irrigation systems, as well as microplastics. They also attack it through immunizations and deceptive graphene oxide.
Fashion was just fashion.
On a tous vu comme le cast de Wicked a changé. Radicalement. Mais personne n'explique pourquoi. L'industrie fait pas monter des célébrités. Elle les détruit pour les exploiter. Il est important de comprendre qu'Ariana n'existe pas. Elle a été effacée et remplacée. Elle parle elle-même de perte de mémoire et de passage en clinique.
They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy. They do the memory erasure, you know?
C'est pas du marketing, c'est les effets du programme de la CIA. Et les documents déclassifiés expliquent les techniques. Drogue, hypnose, privation de sommeil, électrochoc, viol. Ariana nous parle d'anxiété extrême, d'abus sexuels chez Nickelodeon. Et elle a aussi admis avoir perdu des années entières de mémoire. Si Cynthia réagit bizarrement, c'est parce qu'elle a reçu un rôle précis, le maître qui surveille l'esclave. Donc les gestes incompréhensibles sont en fait des codes pour garder Ariana sous contrôle. Pour l'industrie, elle est une marionnette fonctionnelle. Et le papillon, c'est le code visuel de sa nouvelle personnalité. Si la victime panique, la phrase de refuge est « derrière l'arc-en-ciel ». Ce n'est pas de la poésie, c'est le pays des merveilles que fabrique la victime pour se rassurer. Wicked est basé sur le magicien d'Oz et le film met en scène les électrochocs. Parce que Judy a subi le même programme, enfant star du magicien d'Oz, exploité, médicamenté, violé. Et puis Britney Spears, même anxiété, même perte de contrôle et pleurs en interview. Ils sont pas des artistes instables, ils sont des victimes de contrôle mental. Donc apprenez à lire les symboles.
So y'all can't tell me something ain't happening in Hollywood, y'all. When did Demi Moore look like this, y'all? Y'all can't tell me something is... Look at this, y'all see that? Like she's shaking. What's going on with her? Look at the way that she turns around and look. Look at this, y'all. What is going on here? Why is everyone in Hollywood looking different? Is this the effect of time being sped up? These people really losing their powers, bro? Or are we really starting to see these people for what they really... Cause what, y'all see that? What the, bro? Why does the movie Wizard of Oz come to me when she goes, I'm melting, I'm melting? It really looks like these people are melting right in front of us. Bro, look at this. Wasn't Demi Moore supposed to be one of the most beautiful women in the world? And I say women, I use that term very, very loosely as well too, because this is Hollywood, y'all. Y'all don't even know what this is. All of this, including the face, could be technology. We don't even know what we're looking at, bro. They told us in Men in Black. Bro, I don't care what y'all say, but something weird is going on in Hollywood, because this happening to everybody is not normal. It's happening to every single one of them. Every single one of them. Look at this, bro. And the fact that nobody really talking about this right now, man, but I've been telling y'all these people is going to lose their power, man.
The witnesses who testified in the Epstein cases that Epstein said, you quote, like them young. Why would Epstein say that about you?
Are you asking his opinion? You're asking him to think about why Mr. Epstein would say something about him?
Why would Epstein say that about
So she's asking
President?
you to try to be in Mr. Epstein's mind and guess at what Mr. Epstein would have thought about.
Clinton likes them young, referring to girls.
First of all, that's not true.
What's not true?
That I have any interest in underage.
I didn't say underage, I said young.
But it's still not true.
Is an intern young?
Yes.
Okay.
At my age, anybody younger than I am.
Did you
is
know
young.
Jeffrey Epstein instructed a witness to deny you were ever on his island?
He didn't have to, since I was never there.
Did you ever travel to Zorro Ranch?
Is that the one in New Mexico?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Have you ever flown on anyone else's private jet 26 times or more for overseas trips?
I have flown as many miles on other jets, but never with as many stops.
How many other people's planes have you used, like Epstein 26 times or miles, etc.?
I don't know. I did with Steve Bing, who's now deceased.
Every time he lie, his ears get a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger, if you know. Like this is diabolical. You see the pictures, see everything. Like he's denying being in these places.
And probably with 4 or 5 others.
Okay. So maybe about a half dozen billionaires total. So how many dinners did you have with Ghislaine Maxwell or Jeffrey Epstein in attendance?
And shaking like a motherfucker, ain't it?
She's asking to the best of your recollection.
I have no idea.
Okay. Did you ever discuss sexual misconduct allegations made against you with Epstein or Maxwell?
Never.
Did Epstein or Maxwell ever offer to help manage or silence women who made sexual misconduct allegations against you?
No.
Did Epstein or Maxwell ever offer financial support directly or indirectly to legal defense funds related to impeachment proceedings or civil actions against you?
Not to my knowledge.
Do you think a young girl massaging a president is unusual?
So are you asking his opinion?
Well, he was massaged by a young woman. I'm asking if he thinks it's unusual that a president, sitting president of the United States, leader of the free world, that
So I'm
it's
sorry,
unusual.
are you speaking to, are you talking to the instance of the
Yes, is it unusual that
the
a
back
young woman would be
massage
massaging-
that occurred while he was not president? I'm just trying to understand. You said a president of the United States.
Former president.
Thank you. Just
She's trying to distract. She's trying to distract. Like this lawyer is pathetic. I don't see how. Like I understand being a lawyer, but it's diabolical when you try to protect the shit that we see. You're trying to like make it seem like we're crazy. You're trying to be technical about the term of which he's current president or ex-president. That doesn't matter right now. We're talking about this shit that he's currently lying about, man. Like, what's up? Like, this is crazy. Some people don't have morals. I don't care if I was hired to represent these people at that time. I would not be doing it. I would step down from this position because I have morals. I would not sell out for money and positions. It's just not. It's not possible with me. But for some people out here in the world, pathetic.
Just trying to make sure we're correcting the time
Are you
frame.
filibustering?
No, I don't need
Okay.
to. I'm actually trying to make
I
sure
think
that
I'm
as
pretty
you
clear. He said he
you
was
said he was
young-
a sitting president.
Excuse me, could we just please go one at a time? Thank you.
You said a sitting president. I want you to be clear so that when he answers
Former
you,
sitting
the
president. How
record
do
is
you want
clear.
to do it? Is it unusual?
I have no idea if it's unusual.
Objection calls for speculation.
I figured. Do you ever, did you ever think that all these women around Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell was odd, unusual, weird, or creepy?
There weren't all that many around when I was there.
How many would you say is not all that many?
I think on this big plane that was working long hours, having 2 to 4 people on there, I thought was, as far as I knew, they were all helping.
Flight attendants in tank tops and jeans? right?
No.
Do you believe you were a victim of a Jeffrey Epstein intel operation? Do you think that you might have been like caught up in some of what he was maybe potentially doing?
Boy, you sipping the hell out of that water, boy. You ain't that parched, my man.
Excuse me, Congressman, which question are you asking?
I'm asking
Intel
if the
operation?
First of all, I don't.
Some type of intel operation. I'm just curious because it's been speculated on today and yesterday
understand.
that he may have been an intel asset. Do you think, perhaps knowing what we know now, the proclivity of it all, that he may have been targeting you as part of an intel operation?
I doubt it.
Okay. In 2019, you stated, after he was arrested, I guess this would be the second time, you stated you knew nothing of Epstein's, quote, terrible crimes since you only met, quote, briefly on only, quote, 2 occasions. Was this statement false?
Excuse me, Congressman,
That's not an accurate statement. Can you please share us what you said?
Yes. In 2019, as reported by the media,
Study strange cases.
Let me see it. Okay.
And the shaking, all right, so look, old age, and I get it. I've been in court before, and reading documents that you're in court for, and you know that they're not true, can still even like kind of shake you just a little bit, you know. And I get it. Certain people gonna have certain responses, and I get he's an older man, but he's clearly lying about the young girls being around and shit. Like, he does not want to fully explain that. You can tell when somebody is being evasive based on the way that they answer the question. So a lot of time when you're in court, they don't need a definite, oh, yes, I did this, or no, I did this. They can tell, and it's going to be the determination of the court or the people that's watching to determine, like, how did you answer that question? It's about how you answered it. Were you being evasive? Did you not want to answer the question directly? You know, if you have nothing to hide, you should be able to answer the questions. That's why she was trying to see where his moral compass was at with a lot of those questions, and he was being evasive. He didn't think it was creepy getting a massage by a young girl.
We began the pizza arrangement. I thought we were going to be more careful than operating from the White House. It is not what I originally had in mind. Remember, the hot dogs can come here, but if you make a spectacle of it, it will be our downfall. Please know that I am speaking as a friend. You are the president and can do as you want, but I have to say, I think I would be wiser to restrict the activity to our predetermined locations. Let me know what everyone thinks. We can vote on it if you like. Thanks, Hillary.
Hillary Clinton was being asked about Frazzle Drip. That video came from a life insurance folder from Anthony Weiner's laptop. That video was said to make even the most hardened NYC police veterans cry. It's said to show Weiner's wife, Huma, and Hillary Clinton performing satanic ritual abuse on a young girl, surgically removing her face and wearing it as a mask to flood the victim's bloodstream with adrenaline. On a serious note, of the 12 officers who viewed the contents of the file labeled insurance on the laptop, 9 of them committed suicide. And let's play the video of her being asked about Frazzle Drip.
Files that were on Anthony Weiner's laptop in a folder that was titled insurance, life insurance, with a zip file titled Frazzle.
This is way outside the
chairman's
scope.
ruling.
This is way
within the
outside
scope?
She couldn't get it out of her mouth.
Is this within the scope, Mr. Chairman?
The chairman rules that it's not within the scope.
Mr. Chairman, based on what you said in the public hearing, is this within the scope?
We can go off the record for a moment.
Mr. Chairman, is this within the scope?
Go off the record.
Now, the lady you see next to Hillary, her attorney, Cheryl Mills, she is in the files, and she's close friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. This is Cheryl Mills to Ghislaine Maxwell. G, is today really your birthday? It's the birthday of one of my greatest friends, and it would not at all be surprising that you shared it. So happy birthday, darling. I'll have to do a bit of thinking. Hate you for being in Palm Beach. If it weren't for your birthday, I'll call you what you really are for being there. XO.
At that right there. We just sit here and stare at it. You know? He's just hanging out. Nothing's happening. Really, nothing's happening to none of them. While they're still babies and doing what they want to do. The world that we live in right now. Some people think everything is a distraction.
Every one of those red dot maps is a unique IP address that is downloaded, shared, or distributing child rape images, almost all under the age of 12. And that's just a 6-month screenshot of it. And there are over 338,000 on there. There's blue dots on there. You can't really see them, but the blue ones are the ones that are under investigation.
In a sea of red.
Isn't that a problem of what we're talking about?
Attention, some crazy creeps on an island somewhere are secretly running the world.
Again, why we're spending our vacation on the island of lost souls?
What could be more fun than an island shaped like a big smiley face?
It's all connected, but watch this. It's way beyond the movies. Jeffrey Epstein was planning to create a super race of humans on his Zorro ranch. Same as Papa in Stranger Things.
Good morning, children.
And did you see this? Well. Stranger Things and Harry Potter are scripted beyond your imagination.
So let's go back to when they were saying that the quote unquote gods, man, how they change people into like to bring them into their genetic bloodline so they can have children, I guess. Right? Well, it said that some of the shots that a lot of people got, they got tricked into or willingly took it out of fear. I don't want to bring up the name because I just have PTSD about how they were treating people, about telling the truth about this thing right from the beginning. Could have saved a lot of people, but they prevented that because they were taking our videos down. They were threatening to take our whole YouTube channels down. But yeah, they said that his DNA is in it. The Epstein dude, DNA is in those shots. Crazy, which adds up to what they say that these people like to do.
There's been a shocking development in the Jeffrey Epstein saga, and it's almost conclusive proof. It's as close to conclusive proof, I guess, as we can ever get that he's not dead. Jeffrey Epstein had his prostate removed. And how do we know? Because it's in the Epstein files. Here it is. You have high testosterone and still have a need for Viagra because you don't have a prostate, right? Jeffrey Epstein. Correct. So he didn't have a prostate. Here's another one. A patient, Epstein, Jeffrey. This is from LabCorp. This is in the files. It says after radical prostatectomy. So he had a radical prostatectomy. This is from the autopsy of Jeffrey Epstein. His bladder had 5 milliliters of cloudy yellow urine. The prostate is slightly and diffusely enlarged with marked enlargement of the vermilabitanum. The testes are unremarkable. Boy, you don't want to hear that about your testes, do you? Grok, is it possible to grow a replacement prostate? Grok says no. It's currently not possible to grow a full replacement prostate gland for clinical use in humans. While research has made impressive progress in understanding prostate regeneration and creating lab-grown models, no technology exists today to produce a transplantable, fully functional human prostate replacement suitable for implantation. So no. If Jeffrey Epstein autopsy notes the health of his prostate, but it's known that he had previously had it removed, then he either miraculously grew a new one or that wasn't his body. There's really no other conclusions to be had. I agree with you, Awakened Outlaw. I agree with you. He didn't have a prostate, and the body that went through the autopsy did have a prostate, conclusively proving that that is not Jeffrey Epstein's body that they showed us. Jeffrey Epstein is 100% still alive. I'm going to go with 100%.
We can clearly see the noticeable trademark gap in between the incisors.
Alex is getting nervous.
In the second image, we direct our attention to the bottom right cuspid. In both images, the cuspid protrudes significantly. Image on the left, you can see where the large mole was located on Bill Hicks. And on the image on the right, you can clearly see a scar where that same mole had been removed. That Bill Hicks knowingly, intentionally, and willfully became a fraud and deceiver of the nations.
Damn right.
He has full knowledge that he only reveals the partial truths to his audience in order to keep them distracted from what the one world government is really up to. There was another Alex Jones. He was the Alex Jones who was replaced
this is weird.
by Agent Bill Hicks.
That's still the Bill Hicks, Alex Jones.
I do a half-assed job. People say I do a good job on my TV and radio show, and to tell you the truth, I don't.
This is the original Alex Jones, dude.
Alright, we're talking about some
Who the fuck is that guy?
today. We're talking about how they got
Who
us
is that
divided.
guy?
It should not be front-page news that Fuzzy Zeller said something racist.
All those videos were 1997.
Was taken from a video
Same year.
produced on April 24th, 1997. In it, we see a man who appears to be in his mid-20s. The image on the right was also taken from a video produced in 1997. In it, we see...
How the hell are these the same person in the same year?
Again, we have two completely different individuals.
With the chat.
The body builds are completely different, as well as a completely different facial structure. The individual on the right
supposed to be the
has
same
much
guy in the
darker
same
hair.
year.
Jones would have only been 23 years old.
23 years old.
Who the
if you would have said those are like 5-10 years apart, I would have believed it. But the same year.
What is clear is that there was a replacement.
That guy doesn't even look like...
replacement who had
Look at that.
begun his career as a comedian. It is important for the viewer of this video to know that Bill Hicks is 12 years older
apart
than what his character, Alex Jones, claims to be.
This is a fun game.
How old is that man?
How old is that man? One of my favorite games for Rico to play. This is 2004.
30 or 42.
Is this man, in 2004, is this man 30? Which is 3 years younger than Only Logan. Or is he 42 years old? 30 or 42, guys? What do you think? Well, apparently the correct answer is 30 if you want to believe the narrative. But if you believe the conspiracy, this motherfucker's 42, and that seems much more accurate to me. 32 or 44? You think this guy's a spry, young 32-year-old man? Or is that a 44-year-old divorced uncle? A divorced alcoholic?
Ain't no way I'm older than him. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way.
Uncle, who's gonna ruin your Thanksgiving.
Absolutely not. That's crazy.
Bill Hicks, February 26, 2004, commemorating 10 years since Bill left our world, presented to the Bill Hicks Foundation for Wildlife, Jerry and Lynn Raridan, and the fine folks at Capital City, a.k.a. Laugh Stop Comedy Club by Kevin Booth, Sacred Cow Productions, and artist M.A. Hardy. The following Bill Hicks productions were recorded in this club: Sane Man, 1989, Relentless, 1991, Arizona Bay, 1992, and Ranton E. Minor, 1993.
Net worth 10 millions. That's why Bill Hicks became Alex Jones. He's $10 million richer, that's why. You think Bill Hicks was gonna make $10 million? Maybe at the end of his lifetimes, but not doing what he does as Alex Jones. They ask, oh, why would he do that? Why would he do that? Well, money is a big one. Money is a big motivator to do anything, right? So he decided, why go through all the troubles trying to struggle it out as a comic? Instead, he became an innovator of his own genre. He's a trailblazer in his own lane.
Another interesting clue is in the orange drink connection. Bill had a stand-up segment about orange drink.
You ready? Orange drink. I'm going, what's the name of it? Orange drink.
And for some odd reason, Alex Jones sells an orange drink called Tangy Tangerine.
Now, there are hundreds of great products at InfoWarsTeam.com, but I want to point out the 3 that have helped me lose 37 pounds in just 2 months. Products like Beyond Tangy Tangerine.
So did Bill Hicks assume the identity of a character named Alex Jones?
I would see why he wouldn't do comedy no more. That shit wasn't funny at all. I can't understand how those people are in there just laughing. They must all be on crack or something. Like laughing gas been pumped into the room. I get it why you would want to change identities too. Like that's wild. Yes, destiny swapping for sure.
But even with the slightest chance that it isn't the case, Alex Jones is still 100% controlled opposition. He works for Ted Turner, who owns Time Warner. We find proof of that when an InfoWars employee is questioned by a cop.
Right there, right there.
You work for Time Warner Cable?
Right there.
Is that who you work for?
I work for Alex Jones. Who do you work for?
You work for President
I work for
Time
InfoWars. INFOWARS.com. It's a website.
InfoWars.com. Yeah, that's what I'm asking, so I can tell who you work for.
So they don't like us.
Woo, what an amazing video, man. Like, here we are once again, you know, at the end of another video. I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below if you made it end of the video. And let me know what you got from this. And did you notice anything? Is it something that you can share to put people on game of, like, is it something that I didn't speak about, you know, that you want to speak about? You know, these aren't perfect videos. These are just one person explaining what I see. But this is the portion where you let me see what you see in the comments down below, because we are collectively together with it. I always say we're going through this thing called life together. Y'all always have a lot of cool comments and everything that we can actually go back and look up the things that you're speaking about, and I enjoy doing that when I'm on my downtime and when I'm making like new videos and everything like that. I do enjoy it, and I appreciate y'all for joining me on this journey. And this is an amazing journey. It's an enlightening journey. This is not something to sit around and perpetuate fear. We do sense of humor over here, and we're gonna continue to vibe out. We would not resonate with fear. We would not go with the agenda to be just like the sheeple. You know, we were separate from the herd, but our aura is shining, our frequency glowing. So we around certain individuals, we have the ability to change our surroundings and manipulate our environment to our will. They can feel where we're coming from. You know, when you walk into a room, you can feel somebody's vibe and their intentions. Imagine what they feel when we walk through the door. Very confident, very sure about ourselves and pointed. Not worried about what somebody can possibly do to us, because we know that we're infinite beings. We can never be stopped. But look, man, let me know how y'all felt about this video. I do appreciate y'all for stopping by. Leave your comments in the comments down below. Share these videos with your friends and family. Look, I'm not trying to convince you of nothing. I'm just opening up your eyes to the possibilities of life. But look, like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you on the next video. I'm out though.